right, so then here, as you can see, what we have is, so Facebook was really in play yesterday. It really took off nicely here. If you're able to catch this move yesterday, this was the open here, so it just kind of took off nicely. Wait here, no, that's not the open. Let me get the open for you. Yeah, right over here. Okay, let's make sure we are looking at the right screen. Facebook for yesterday, right over here. Yep, here it is. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, so it took off nicely, sold up, sold back down, and then around this area here was clearly breaking the VWAP, and then it just took off from there. If you was able to catch this trade, that was really amazing. I know some of you in the chat room took advantage of that move, so that was great. Again, just a really clean trade. Then it topped off here. Again, it went parabolic, it topped off, and then it became a really nice short. If you got in here, you know, here, several clear entries, clear double bottom here. Although I know some of us thought that here was going to actually bounce off and test the high of day again, but the minute it couldn't crack this level, that was a good signal to get in for a short here towards the VWAP. I mean, just a good risk to reward. So Facebook was definitely in play yesterday, traded really nice. Next we have Microsoft. Microsoft also took off at the open. I was watching the price action though. If you look at the 1 minute chart, it's not that clean. So getting into a trade here would have been very, very difficult. Had a good opening range breakup. Right over here, the pullback right to VWAP. This is what I'd like to see. Get in here for a long, and then you take it up towards these levels up here. Then from there, again, it just drops down. It's just kind of like Facebook, what Facebook did as well. Went to our highs and then just started dropping down. DWDP didn't do much. I had this on my watch list, but it really had a very crappy open, very choppy. Had this weird candle here. Once you have a candle like this, it's really not tradable after that because you don't know what to expect and how do you manage your risk, right? This candle went from 55 to 57 in a matter of minutes, right? So you don't want to be trading a stock like that. It does lose all that volume after the fact, and then it just chops around the VWAP, just hugging the VWAP, really not tradable. So not a stock that was in play. AMD was definitely the play of the day yesterday. So if you took advantage of AMD on the open range breakdown, I mean, this was a beautiful trade on AMD. So it sells off a little bit below VWAP. The minute it comes above VWAP, you know, again, you want to wait your 5 minutes. You're not getting in here, right? You're gonna wait the 5 minutes. So because here you can easily get faked out for a possible short, right? Comes back up to VWAP, you're getting here for a short, trying to crack here, and then next thing you know, this thing is, you know, squeezing you up. So you want to wait that 5 minutes. That's a good strategy. Let the stock settle in. Here is 935, right? Clearly a lot of buying pressure here. It goes below VWAP and it comes right back up, right? Even here would have been a great entry. That's your signal that this stock does not want to sell off. If you even wait for 935, you get in here for a long stop loss at VWAP, and this just takes off nicely. ABCD pattern after ABCD pattern towards new highs up here. Look in the 5 minute charts. Well, very clean entry on the 5 minute mark, and then it just takes off nicely from here and making your highs, taking profits on the way up. So AMD traded really nice. I missed that trade yesterday. It did get a little toppy, and I know some members took it for a short around this area here. You know, some of them took several stabs at it. But it finally did sell off here towards the bottom over here. Next, we had GE. GE was another stock that was probably one of the other ones that was the best play of the day as well. Very similar. Drop below VWAP, comes above it, never tests VWAP again, doesn't crack it. And you see all these candles here with that buying pressure towards the top side. That's always good. You want to see that. So it clearly does not want to sell off. If I know there was some recap. I believe Thor had a recap on GE. He got in around here, right? He waited the 5 minutes. The minute it went up and closed above VWAP, this is when he jumped in. That's a beautiful entry, right? You get in here, and then it never breaks the VWAP. It rides the VWAP all the way up, and then here it just takes off, you know? So very nice trade by Thor yesterday. Make sure you check out his recap on YouTube. He got a beautiful entry and an excellent execution here. Then here, clear engulfing pattern right here. This is when Andrew called it for a short. Again, beautiful entry for a short, continues to drop. This 1046 level we found this level from the daily chart actually yesterday. Let's go back. I want to show you where we got that level from, because that level was a key level yesterday when we were trading this. So 1016 was right around this area here. So you see the top of these days over here. We marked that 1016, and look how it played out yesterday, right? So everybody else was also watching this level. It played out both ways. On the top side, it hesitated. Once it cracked that, it took off to the next level we had up here, and then it starts dropping right to 1046. It hesitated here again, you know, chopping back and forth. Once it lost it, it went down all the way down to VWAP. It does come back up and test at 1046 again, and then twice actually. Tested it twice here. Then after it does that twice, nice double top here, and then another drop right to VWAP and lower. So another great trade. You could have taken it from the long at the open, or shorted it here based on this engulfing pattern, or this double top, also a possible execution for a short. All right, so INTC was at the open was not great. I got caught in this chop at the open, thinking it was again, but we see this a strategy a lot where it drops off, bounces back up, and then cracks the low of the day, right? In this case, it didn't. That 46.16 level we had was very strong. Did not want to break that. Later on in the day, it actually ran up a bit. As you can see right here in the 5-minute chart, it leveled out, right? It came back, leveled out again, still not breaking that 40.16. So if you were trading mid-morning and you're seeing this, you know that this stock really wants to go up. And it did just that. Cracks VWAP, tests it one more time, and then it takes off towards the high of the day. So not a great play at the open, but a beautiful play mid-morning and into the lunch hour. Again, just prove that you don't have to rush anything, and you can wait for setups if you don't get anything in the open. FBIO is the one I had for a possible breakout, but it didn't do much. Yesterday just kind of sold off, and then it just became untradeable, really choppy. And look at the volume, just dies down completely. Once that happens, you don't want to be pushing here for any direction. You don't want to get caught in stocks that really don't have volume one way or the other. All right, guys, so that was the list from yesterday, top plays and highlights. Let's go over what we have today. Let's look at Cron. Yeah, no, we don't have much today, that's for sure. Can you tell it's a Friday? So let's get our charts here in order. All right, so Cron up here, as you can see, guys, 152,000 shares traded so far. It is up 2.1. Pre-market action doesn't look great. Not that we have much to work with today, looks like, but pre-market action does not look great. We'll keep it on here, see if other traders also start looking at this. Amazon, obviously, yesterday was on a tear, sold off today. So here's Amazon yesterday, gapped up nicely, went up, and now today's gapping down 4.1, 280,000 shares traded so far. So Amazon is in play. If you like trading these giant monsters, you can today. It will be in play. So yeah, daily chart's a little crazy here, but gapping down nicely today with some volume. All right, next, this Amazon's too expensive for me, so I'm gonna remove it from my list here. All right, let's look over the Nasdaq active and Nasdaq gainers right over here, and then we'll go into what you guys have on your end and see if we could build a good watch list today. TTNP 2.5 million shares traded, up 80% today. That's nice. What is the float on TTNP? All right, TTNP 9 million shares, so it's low float. Let's mark some levels here. Actually, we'll get to levels in a second. Let's go to the list first and see what we have. See how the pre-market action looks. Yeah, this looks good. We have the volume. It does look good. See if it can hold here. Let's put TNP and right down over here. Next we have ETF, so I'm not going to trade that one. AMD, our buddy. We're definitely going to watch AMD today. It's looking pretty strong, this pre-market action. Looks like it wants to take off. Sold off here, back to the previous day close, and we always have the volume on AMD, 762,000 shares traded. So let's add our buddy AMD here. Next, we have another ETF. We'll skip that one. OPK. What's the deal with OPK? 522,000 shares traded. Quite a bit of a volume. And then OPK here, the float. So it is a large float. Why is this not showing? Okay, so it's not showing in our gappers list because it's only 19 of ATR of 19 cents. All right, so we'll watch this. Looking good right now. Good pre-market action. Let's see what the daily chart looks like. Wow, weird daily chart. Weird daily chart. It does have the volume. It is down 4.9. So we'll see what it does. I'll throw this OPK right over here. It is not a low float, guys, but it is lower price. So don't go crazy taking 20,000 of buying power on a stock like this. Really manage your risk based on the number of shares you take. EARS, nothing happening. Has the volume, but not a good pre-market action. Next, we have Amazon. We looked over already. Eric, no pre-market action, no volume. HNMY, we know that this stock does not trade well at all. Nasdaq active right up here. We have TNNP, which we have already down here. We have MNKN. Nope, that's not it. Here we go. MNKD, sorry. Nope, no action happening there. Next we have GERN. GERN is has a bit of a volume, but not a good pre-market action. So 152,000 shares traded so far, but they're all spread out, so it doesn't have a clean pre-market action here. We'll skip that. HTBX taking off at the moment, up 10%, but really no volume. Next we have AKER, no volume. DGLY. Sorry, skipped it. DGLY. Yep, no volume. UEPS, nothing happening. GOGL, not much going on. And SYMC. SYMC has a bit of volume, 74,000 shares, but not a good pre-market action. This right here is not what you want to be trading. Look at this, just not good at all. All right, and next we have last one, CY, no volume. All right, so pretty light list today. What do you guys have on your end? Let's fill up this watch list with some stuff. Yeah, TTNP I do have already. TTNP I have it down here. 2.5 million shares traded so far. It is building a nice pre-market action, so we'll definitely watch that. Let's look at XOM. All right, XOM on both sides is being brought up. 520,000 shares traded on XOM. What is the flow on this bad boy? XOM is a large cap. All right, yeah, I like the daily chart. It is up quite a bit, 2.1. Good pre-market action here right now at the moment. Has the volume, so yeah, we can watch this. We'll find some levels here. What else we have? GE, and then someone mentioned CI. David mentioned CI. What else we have it on this side? All right, so let's check on this first. All right, so GE as usual always has the volume. Yeah, I think GE will be in play today. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for GE to come up on some scanners or something. I think it's gonna sell off. I'm short buys in this stock. I just think it's just not really worth that. This company has been horrible the last couple of months, really. So again, I'm not sure, but has the volume right now, hanging around the previous day close from yesterday. We could give it a shot. We'll keep it on here. The problem with G, again, you got to take such a large size. I mean, you saw my move yesterday. My move yesterday was quite good. It was all the way up here, all the way down to these levels, and you barely make anything, right? That's a big move for GE. So are we going to get that type of move today, right? We might not. So we'll keep it on there for now. CI doesn't have the volume, so I'm not going to watch that right now. CVS is down 2.7, 71,000 shares traded so far. So for CVS, I like the daily chart that is down 2.7. So this is nice. He left these levels over here. Let's clean all these levels up. Way too many. And now we're testing this low of, of the third time, right? Third time, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the fourth time we're testing this 63.30 looks like. So yeah, I do like the daily chart here. Pre-market action needs more volume though, but I do like the daily chart, so we'll keep it on here for the moment. Anything else, guys? TTNP, we'll throw it down here. All right, what do we have over here? UTX and UTX. UTX has tons of volume, but it all seems to be one block trade right over here, right? So there's really no, not a good pre-market action on UTX. Oh, Michelle, we're watching the right one. UTX. Here we go. Yeah. So yeah, no, not a good pre-market action. No volume. Actually, I was looking at the wrong montage here. No volume on UTX. Someone mentioned HON. HON. It is gapping up 2.4, but really no volume on HON neither. All right, so no volume on HON. Yeah, same with UTX. Thank you, Norm. COTY. COTY is again no volume. It's got some weird candles happening now, but COTY doesn't have the volume for that we want to see at the open. Let's look at MU, our buddy. We'll look at SQ. We got some more popping up in our gapper scanners also. Maybe XON is getting better as well. It's coming up in the gappers list now. Is this the pre-market action for MU? I can't believe it. This looks the worst I think I ever seen MU on a pre-market action. Right? I was shocked when I saw this. You guys see this? This is not great at all. But see, MU is one of those stocks that can have a horrible pre-market action and give you a beautiful trading day. I mean, that's what MU does. Here's yesterday. Let's see how I opened up yesterday. Pretty choppy. Then it started taking off, right? So pretty choppy open. So it goes from 0. This is 0 to 60 right here. That's what that's called, right? And this stock tends to do that. This is why on days like this, when you don't have a lot of great stuff on your gappers list, you can add an AMD or MU because you know they're going to get the volume, right? They might not trade well at the open, but if this volume picks a direction, you know, it will run, right? Look at this nice trade over here. So MU, as usual, has a horrible pre-market action, but might not be bad to keep it on here because we know we're going to get the volume on it. Next, we have DB, NVIDIA. Let me put them on here so I don't forget them. All right, so DB doesn't have a good pre-market action. Does have the volume, but again, this pre-market action is not great. And the problem with DB, it doesn't trade well. Let's see how it traded yesterday because we had DB as a possible yesterday, right? With the volume, had volume yesterday. How did it trade? This is the open right here. Yeah, so this is again just doesn't trade well, right? It's barely moving anywhere. I mean, these are not big moves. These are just cents, right? So DB just does not trade well, and you can tell by the daily chart too. Look at this daily chart, right? So you wanna avoid this. So volume for a stock like DB doesn't really mean you're going to get a good price action. So we'll get rid of DB. NVIDIA doesn't look like it has a lot of volume. 67,000 shares traded so far. It is pretty flat at the moment. So NVIDIA is not really in play. What is TTMP? Yep, that's the low flow. Okay. All right, what else you guys got? Nope, Angel, I am not trading Amazon. It's just way too expensive. I mean, that's what I call it. That's the mortgage stock there. All right, let's see what else we have here. Let's look at APHA's popping up. I think we traded APHA before in the past. Doesn't trade well. You can see here, not a good pre-market action right now, neither. Had a good day yesterday. Yeah, yesterday had a decent day actually. This is a great trade for yesterday, but today pre-market action doesn't look great on APHA and no volume really. All right, what else we have? CORT. All right, we'll check a few more and then we will go find some levels for this stuff. All right, CORT, not a good pre-market action right now. Pretty low on the volume, not even 100,000 shares traded. It is down quite a bit, 7.4, which is great. Let's look at the daily chart. Daily chart looks nice here. There's a big drop here for this stock. 7% drop on a stock that's 11 bucks. That's quite a bit. So that's a nice drop. Is that an all-time low or what's going on? No, not an all-time low. We have some levels over here as well. How did it trade yesterday? Yeah, see, it doesn't trade well. Look at yesterday. It just barely did anything. It has more volume today, obviously. Into the close, you see it has either some news or something's making it drop. Volume increase at the close. But again, not a good pre-market action, so I'm not gonna watch this one today. All right, we have CGC. We'll do these two more. CGC and GPMT. All right, so CGC up for 1.473,000 shares. TGC has been really strong. What is it doing today? All right, so it pulled back here and now it's pulling back up. Let's get rid of these levels. Yeah, so CGC could be in play. Looks like it's getting some volume now. It has 74,000 shares. We'll keep it on here for now. Let's see if it wants to get some momentum. GPMT is a lower float. 390,000 shares traded so far. It does not have a clean pre-market here. There's a lower flow, but we do have shares to short, so that's good. Oh, it's not that low flow. It's 41 million shares, not that low flow. I do like the volume. It is down quite a bit. Pre-market action doesn't look great. Let's keep it on here for now. We'll find some levels for it. All right, cool. All right, we got quite a bit. Let's get rid of some of these are not great. Let's get rid of the weak and keep the ones that look the best. And again, if we don't have to watch everything. I don't have to watch 6 stocks. If I have to watch 4 today, that's fine. I'm just gonna watch whatever looks better for the open that can give me a good edge or opportunity to have a good trading open. All right, so let's start with Cron. So Cron, 203,000 shares traded. We have some levels here, constantly breaking newer highs on Cron. Has been amazing the last several days. Let's remove this line. So here's the all-time high. There's no levels above that, right? So that's the all-time high, 2034. Actually, we don't even have to add levels here. You have the previous day close right here. You have this day here, previous day low from this date, previous day, previous day high, previous day low, and also, what is this one here? Oh yeah, that one's already there. All right, so yeah, plenty of levels on Cron towards the downside. Obviously, there's nothing towards the upside, so let's see if it can crack that all-time high. Pre-market action right now is looking like it wants to go higher. It's kind of on an uptrend, right? It's kind of just bouncing, consolidating, bouncing up again. Let's see if it can crack. This seems to be a strong level here. Let's mark this level down right over here. This 2018, right? It's having a hard time cracking that. It tested it once, twice, 3, and now it's probably might be going for the 4th time. So 2018 seems to be some kind of resistance for this stock. As you can see here, also it hesitated here before taking off and then dropping right back down. So mark that 2018. What we need is more volume for Cron though. Right now we need to see the volume start to pick up. All right, AMD really strong here. Let's remove these levels. Traded beautifully yesterday. Let's mark the low of the pre-market at the moment at 2405. 2405. Above that, you have the previous day close. You have the high from yesterday right in this area here. And then above that, we have some levels right in here. I like 2606 because, let's zoom in. I want to show you guys what I'm looking at. You have these days consolidating at that 2606. You have the price action coming down to 2606, going back up. So that's good. I like to see that. And these 3 days as well, as I mentioned. And then above that, you have a clear level over here at 2830. 2836. There we go. All right, so let's see what AMD does. Looking really strong. Towards the downside, you have the previous day low. The low of the day today, 2403. You have the high and the lows here. And then you also have this low over here. But you can also mark this day in between here, 2207. I don't think it would drop that much today. The SPY is not looking weak. And also AMD is looking strong with volume. So I don't think it'll drop. It looks like it's going to be strong for the day. So let's see how the open happens. All right, OPK down 3%, 570,000 shares, climbing up a bit now. What's the float on OPK if I can remember here? All right, so it is a larger float. Has a good pre-market action right here. This is good. I'm just concerned with the volume though. I'm not sure if it has any volume now, although this looks great for some reason. Let's find some levels. We can always get rid of this. This is not a great daily chart here neither. This is not a great daily chart. We'll find some levels, but we might not keep this one. 336 level right here. Clearly the low of the pre-market, 267. And then we have a level right over here from these 3 days. This one closing there, this one topping out there, and this one also taking off from there at 319. You also mark down this day over here, 293. But I'm not sure about this pre-market action. Again, it looks good. The daily chart doesn't look great. Towards the top side, previous day close, you have some previous day highs and lows right over here, 370, 380. Anything above that, we can mark. If it cracks all those levels, because it looks like it's trying to recover everything that's lost this morning, 393 is the next level we have. All right, so OPK, we'll keep it on here. XOM is losing it now. We do have shares for sure in XOM, tons of volume, decent daily chart. Let's get the high of the pre-market at 76.20. We have a level right over here. Check this level at 75.55, right? You have this day kind of bouncing from it right over here. Right now, it's kind of sitting on a level from this date here, this drop 78.80. I'm going to mark that one. It's kind of sitting on this level here. If you look at the pre-market action, it's somewhat respecting some of this stuff, right? Consolidating around it. Then towards the bottom, no really clean level, probably 73.87 from this date here. It's marked as well. Then below that, we have plenty of levels from our chart already. Previous day high and lows and previous day close hanging around in this area here. So see what we're doing here. Again, this stock can move. As you can see, we're going from 73 to 76. That's a $3 move in a matter of 10 minutes. So we really have to watch our number of shares that we take here and manage our risk properly. GE, I don't know if GE is going to be in play today, but I'm just not sure on GE. We have some levels already. High of yesterday, 1046 was a strong level. 1016 was also a strong level. Actually, basically closed right on it. Below that, you have the low at what is it? Yesterday, 980 or so in this area right over here. And then you have the gap. So what's the gap here? Anything between the gap? Yep, we do have a level between the gap here at 951. Again, I don't think GE is going to have a big moving day. I think it's just going to probably chop around. So we'll keep it on here for now. We'll see if it has a big open, but I'm not too hopeful on it. Yeah, Wesley, GE could be trading with the market today. After a big move like that, it could just settle in and kind of, do what it regularly does, which actually looks like whatever the market does, right? The market dropped, it came back up, and then consolidated, did the exact same thing. This breakout is only because of the news yesterday on earnings. It might go back into the groove of just trading with the market. So it might not be in play today. And actually, it's not even, it's opening up pretty flat too. And you can go based on volume for GE. If you watch GE constantly, the volume for GE, see, yesterday it looked like, oh my God, you got so much volume. But for GE, that's not, that's not rare. Look at these days, right? This type of volume for GE, even on days that's not in play, it does 174 million shares traded, right? So it's really not don't get fooled by the volume. Yeah, Wesley, correct. AMD as well. All right, so let's do, so we have levels for GE. I might drop it though, but we have some clean levels for GE. CVS is, I like CVS as kind of testing this level again, right? We have this 63.39. Let's mark this one over here at 63.32. Any news on CVS, whether gapping down 2.7? What's going on with these guys? If it loses that 62.32, we have another very clean level here at 60.40, right? You could perhaps mark this one here, 61.56. I like marking these type of levels where you can see some consolidation and the days bouncing from it, because from 62 to 60.41, that's a big move, right? You don't expect that move. If it does drop, you can probably take some profits at 61, 60, 65. But that'll be a heck of a move if it does that today. Then towards the upside, you have a clear consolidation here at 64.59. You see these days all bouncing from there, here. They're all just bouncing right from that level. So that could be some resistance on the way up. Then previous day close, previous day highs, all right over here. All right, so let's see what CVS does. Again, it's coming back down to test this level here, 64.49. Let's see if it can crack that. But also, I just noticed this. It needs the volume, right? It has some volume here. Now it's just died down completely. So unless this gets better as we get closer to 9:15, I'm going to drop this one from our watch list. MU I'm going to watch just because MU could just surprise you. We don't have plenty of stocks today to watch, so I'm going to watch MU and see if it wants to play nice today and give us a good open. So again, MU is one of the stocks that you have to have a very clean opening range on it. Don't force it. If it doesn't give you a clean opening range breakup or breakdown, wait an hour or two and it can go into a nice trend trade like it did yesterday. Plenty of levels already, high and low sitting around 38.75. Previous day close sitting right here. Whoops. And then we have previous day low from this day, previous day low from this day, 36.69 level over here. And also we have 36.14. I don't think we dropped that much today. So it's kind of, again, just been consolidating, kind of doing what the SPY is doing too, been consolidating here. SPY broke out yesterday from that range that it was in, but MU did not follow suit. So here's the SPY here, right? It's kind of been stuck in this range, finally broke out. actually 3 days ago, and it's kind of been keeping that nice little trend towards the way up. Up right now, not much, pretty flat, but slowly grinding throughout the days. So that's a good sign. Let's see what it does here. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we have some resistance here at this level, right? We haven't been up here in a while, back in 2018 December. So we're back at this place again here. Let's see if we can crack through this, head towards 275. Okay, what else we have, guys? Oh, TTN and TTNP. Okay, good volume. Let's find some levels. So high of the pre-market right now, 249. Above that, we have a clear level over here at 295. This thing can run when it gets the volumes. You can see here 377. We can mark this one also as well right here, 323. Towards the bottom, in case we're a fallen angel, I like these consolidation areas, right, where it kind of comes down, consolidates, then it loses it like this. So I like that. 206. Below that, I don't think, if it goes this low, it's probably not going to be in play. 173, clear level there as well. So TTNP, again, has the volumes, been gapping up quite a bit, up 81%, 2.9 million shares traded so far. So if this can start trading nicely, let's see, it's holding this 206 now. And the moving averages, if it can go up towards the 249, it can possibly be in play today. CGC, no volume on CGC still, so I'm going to remove it. GPMT, just not a good pre-market action. It does have the volume, but this here is not a great pre-market action at the moment. So gonna get rid of this one. SBGL, same thing, not a good pre-market action. Has the volume, right? 569, looks good on the gapping, 5%. You don't want to be trading this. This is no good for the open, at least. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I got one too many. Let's get rid of whatever looks ugly. CRON looks like it's a test. Is that the high? No, that's not the high. That's not the all-time high, but it wants to get up there. Yep, all-time high. I'm sitting at what's this, 2035. So it looks like it's looking strong. Again, it doesn't have that much volume. I mean, it has the volume, but not a good pre-market action per se. But I like the fact that we're banging our heads up on this all-time high. AMD's taking off nicely here, as you can see. It has the volume up 1.4. So this is, wow, AMD is strong. Yeah, AMD is going to be in play today. But don't be long biased, guys, because today I'm sure there's people that are sitting here waking up this morning saying, you know what, this is quite a move, I'm going to take some profits. It can start dropping. So don't be long biased. Wait for the stock to tell you, hey, here's where I'm going, and then join the party. OPK, I was on the fence on OPK, and I'm not sure about it. It has a good pre-market action based on this flow here, but I don't like the volume down here, right? I don't like that, so I'm going to just get rid of this one. But we have some levels. If it pops up into our turbo breakdown, turbo breakup, we can definitely take a look at it. CVS kind of holding this level here in the moving averages on the 5-minute chart. Volume is not there though, so I could end up dropping CVS if it does not get better, because the volume is not there. And I don't have to watch 6 stocks, neither do you. We can watch 3 today, right? It is Friday. Let's not watch anything that looks like crap. Let's focus on having a clean trading day going into the weekend, feeling good about ourselves. Let's not force anything. So don't trade any garbage. All right, so this is what I have so far. Someone, Benny, you're mentioning OCX. What's going on with OCX? OCX, yeah, again, just no volume here. So I'll wait for this to hit our scanners, if anything. No volume on OCX. How about PCG? What's PCG up to? Is it up to $22 already? Nope, not yet. All right. So PCG definitely not in play. Just curious on what that stock was doing today. How about SQ? Let's look at SQ. SQ, no volume. All right, we got a day trader with APHA. We looked at this one earlier, APHA. The problem with APHA, it doesn't trade well, even though now it's looking a little better. But I don't like APHA because throughout the day, it just really doesn't trade well. See how nasty this daily chart is. This is not a good daily chart. Yesterday had a great day, and so did the day before. Today looks like it wants to take off though. It's getting the volume here. So we saw it when it looked like this, right? It doesn't look great up to here, I think. And now it's starting to pick up the volume. So this is good. You know, we'll throw APHA here. We'll throw it on here for now. Let's see if it's gonna have a strong day like yesterday. Let's find some levels. Towards the top we have 1039. Then we also have 961. Let's see if we can crack that 961. It's gonna probably have a tough time with a level that's coming up right now, right over here on this day. It's right on it. I'm gonna mark it just in case. 920. The reason why I'm marking this day from here is that you have these 3 days banging their head on that 920, right? So let's see how the pre-market does. That 925 is at 920 now. Let's see if it can break through that. But again, be careful with this stock. Again, it's just sometimes does not trade well. It can be very choppy. But today it looks like it might be in play. So thank you, day trader, for bringing that one back up. Towards the bottom, previous day high, previous day close. And then if it cracks this one, look at this move. Nice. If it cracks that previous day close, right, we have a level right over here at 836. What is the float on APHA? All right, it's a mid flow, so is it's tradable. Let's put it up here. APHA. All right, so I'm gonna keep this there for now. Actually, it looking very strong. Volume is just coming in. If you can keep this volume down here steady, it could turn out to be really nice. All right, let's check a few more, guys. So TBLT coming up out of nowhere. What's the float? TBLT lower float. Let's put it on here. Looks like it's going to be in play. Somebody woke up TBLT today. All right, when it gets the volume, it does run, as you can see here. Look at the volume, look at the wick. So it can run. We traded in the past because we have some levels for this already. So let's put some levels towards the top side. We have one right here at 371, and then another one up here at 413, and then 451. Where did we get that level from? Oh, this day right over here, and then a clear level at 555. All right, so definitely in play today. Just went from 0 to 60 here. 327,000 shares, up 37%. Cool. All right, and then last one we'll check is CYMC. CYMC, not a good pre-market action, not a lot of volume. Could be in play later on today. It is gapping up 7.4, which is nice. You got this drop here, some ranges, and now it's taking off. Is there some news on is this, what is this? What stock is this? What company? Oh, Semantic. Yeah. All right. What is the news on it? They got earnings today. Earnings. Okay. All right. So I'll keep it on here, but I'm probably not going to watch this because I just don't like the volume at the moment. It is gapping up nicely though. Let's find some levels just in case. 2320. Clear level. High of the pre-market right now, 2270. Low of the pre-market, 22. So let's mark that down as well. Then below that, very clean level over here at 2153. I'm picking based on this date and these 2 days as well. 2153. Then below that, plenty of levels down here. Previous day close and highs and lows sitting there. So let's see. It's got to get a better pre-market action though. This pre-market action here does not look great. I like that it's up 7.4, 7.2. But it needs more volume for a good pre-market action. So we'll keep it on the side list for now. If it can develop something nice. TBLT is good. TTNT, it's looking so-so. It's got the volume, 3.2 million shares traded. APHA building a good pre-market action now. So it's getting the volume. It's doing a nice flow here. I'm going to drop MU because we have other better ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I think this will be the list for today. Oh, GE's making a move. That's a 20 cents move on GE in the last 15 minutes. That's big, guys. That is no joke. XOM dropping here. We do have shares for short, so that's good. There's nice volume, pretty nice pre-market action. AMD is looking strong, which has cracked right to that previous day close, going higher. We have some levels here for AMD. Yes, we do. Cron also looking strong. Looks like it wants to crack the high of all-time high. So let's see what happens here. All right, I think our watch list for Friday is actually getting better. So this looks good. So I have Cron, AMD, OXM, GE, CVS needs more volume. APHA is losing it a little bit here. TTNP. Yeah, I'm not sure about. Okay, I'll keep this on for now, but I'm probably going to drop. I got to drop at least 3 more before the open. All right, guys, thank you for joining us on YouTube. Hope you guys have been enjoying the pre-market show throughout the week. See you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Trade safe. Again, important. It is Friday. So don't worry about trying to end the day green or red. Worry about trading well. It's more important that if you're done with your trading for Friday, you go into the weekend knowing that you traded well and that you did not force anything. Red Fridays suck, but don't worry about that. Worry about, when you close that station, you know what? I lost today, but I lost following my rules, being disciplined. And tomorrow morning you're gonna feel a lot better, trust me. But if you break those rules and you go hawk like we say, and you start over trading and trying to force something out of nothing, you're gonna feel like crap tomorrow. So let's avoid that. Have a great weekend, guys. Comment below on the YouTube video, like if you like what we're doing, and I'll talk to you guys later on next week.